Alright guys, how's it going? It's Python. Welcome back to some more Haikyu Fly High. And it's been a while, but we're back. And I kind of missed the timing to do a video on the new SP Hinata. When it comes to doing a gacha video or going over his skills, we're gonna go over his skills very quickly today. But I kind of wanted to showcase him in an interesting team, just a bit of a fun team that I thought would be interesting to use, which includes himself, Osamu and Liev, all of which have an opportunity to perform an unblockable spike. Now, have an opportunity to, that doesn't really apply to Hinata. Well, to be fair, it does, because if his ult is on cooldown, he can't do it, but his ult is an unblockable spike. I will pull up the team builder to talk a little bit more individually about the team. It's not really a great team, I would say. Obviously, I don't really use Yaku. I plan on getting Kageyama and Nishinoya, maybe trying this team out again. And also, let me know how you feel about just me playing the game. I will play one game and then I will kind of show you a bit of a game that I played yesterday quickly. So first of all, there is a bit of dyssynergy with this team, if you will, because of Kenma and Atsumu, right? So Kenma essentially Atsumu essentially doesn't want awareness in order to increase the attack technique and defense technique of your team, whereas Kenma kind of stacks awareness on top of the team. As I said, I'm not going to go over everybody. I will go over Kenma just quickly. If I pull up the team builder, as you can see there, if your side makes a play that is not better, the next player that touches the ball has a receive skill. That player's basic stats increase by 10, and you gain one stack of support, and for each stack of support your player's awareness and reflex increase by 10 up to 60, which is really good. And also, if your player makes a play that is not bad, the next player that touches the ball has a receive skill. Obviously, you look at the rest of my team, only Kenma has a receive skill, except that with Liev, your players with quick attack skills gain the skill perform and receive with 200% of their receive stats. So no, now my players do have a receive skill, all of them do. And then here is the important thing: while Kenma is on the court, all stacks of support are consumed at the end of each rally, but obviously at the beginning of each rally you get them back, because realistically all you need your stacks for, apart from the awareness and reflex, which are all incredible, is while Kenma's on the court, once per rally, if your side performs a bad receive, all support stacks are consumed and the receive becomes perfect. That's what we're looking for, and it says once per rally. It kind of works multiple times per rally, I'm not gonna lie to you, like it really does. Now, the one thing that I'm kind of thinking of doing is, because this is my back line, and I'm gonna go over Hinata in a moment, because this is my back line, I am thinking of swapping the memories over, because in this backline, Kenma will usually, more often than not, go for the receive, which means that Atsumu more often than not will set. And in order to get Liev's ult to be unblockable, where is it? If your sides receive and set before the spike were both perfect, the power of quick attack is increased by 60 and cannot be blocked. So sometimes when I get a perfect receive that changes from bad to perfect, the set is not perfect sometimes, right? So this kind of hinders this, and he's obviously he's got the worst unblockable spike, right? Because you're not really fully in control unless you're doing well. However, with Kenma's memory, if your side performs a perfect receive, the set will also be perfect, and the set power will increase by 40%. So I kind of want to give that to Atsumu, because Kenma will usually receive. So I do kind of want to give that to Atsumu and swap their memories over. I wonder if that's the way to go about it. I'm gonna leave it how it is for now, but I'm very much thinking about it. Osamu as well, once his attack technique goes past a certain percentage, he can also perform an unblockable spike. So for Hinata, first of all, I will say he is an interesting unit. So first of all, he can block. It's an ult, right? It's an ult, but the first time he does it, it's 130 with 200%. So it's ridiculous. It's like 330%. However, after the first activation, the skill is no longer nulled, the cooldown is reduced by 2, and Hinata's block is reduced by 3000, but his quick is increased by 2000. So essentially, you're only going to block once with him. Only once is it worth it to block with him, otherwise it's going to be really, really weak and non-existent, really. But you're going to get a massive quick attack stat buff, which is crazy because that's essentially all he is. Because the ult is unblockable no matter what, and if his attack technique is above 40, the power of the spike will increase by 60%, which is why the synergy with Atsumu is so important. However, and this is what I'm thinking, and I should have probably checked, because Atsumu he gives attack technique and defense technique if there's no awareness, or there's low awareness at the beginning of the rally, but obviously at the end of each rally, Kenma's buff goes away. So I wonder if that nullifies each other out, but it'd be interesting to see. And also, he also has this whole passive works if he's on the bench, which again kind of signals towards him being in the back row a bit, or to start off with at least. So but again, we're not using him like that today. I will play one game against not a great team. Again, my team strength is not really high. It is because my libero's kind of weak. I don't have many bones either, but it is what it is. Also, I have the memory for everybody but Tsukishima, and I have Tsukishima trained as a blocker. I don't know why, but yeah, this is the team we're going up against. It's an alright team. It's not the best block team, but it's a good block team. It's got Kuro, Tsukishima, and Kogane. I just didn't want to reset too many times. So yeah, we're gonna play one game and then I'm gonna show you a highlight of a game, because realistically, I'm not gonna lie to you, having unblockable spikes, it doesn't really matter as much as it should. But the reason why I wanted to play this team is because you kind of feel in control, because you know, sometimes when you have a perfect receive, a perfect set, and a perfect spike, and the opponent has a bad block, a bad receive, and then they save the last one, they save it. I'm gonna go with Hinata first of all, just get it out of the way. We get a normal, which is not ideal, so I'm gonna go with Hinata straight away here. But they get the receive immediately. Hopefully, we can block this. We'll go with Liev, because Liev, if there is a block type unit in the front row, his block skill is super strong. This will be unblockable as well. Nice. We get the first point. So as I was saying, when they return it to you and you just get a normal receive and you know you're finished, they're gonna block it. That's why I kind of wanted the unblockable the unblockable spikes, just to see to form a team with them. Obviously, the easy choice, and maybe instead of Tsukishima here, it would be cooler to have a setter with a dump skill, because there are weaknesses to this. Obviously, I'm not really gonna bring in subs. This changed to perfect. I'm gonna go with Osamu because I don't trust this. No, I should have saved it. I should have saved it. I should have saved that one. Now there is another thing, because okay, we're gonna get blocked here. The reason why I'm doing this is to not get blocked, and we're gonna get blocked immediately. No, we're not. Okay, we get the point. That's great. I'll take that. Obviously, with Kenma as well, changing the result of the receive is kind of to be more in control of the game, which sometimes there are just some plays in this game that happen if you play the game, which, for me, what I've realized as well, playing the game doesn't really make much of a difference, apart from the serve. The first serve is the one that makes the difference. If in auto mode, you could have the first serve, we're gonna concede here, I feel like. I'm gonna go with Hinata, I'm gonna save this one. Alright, that's fine. That's perfect as well. And this is another thing. The thing that you're not in control of is blockouts. But we didn't get blocked out there. Nice. And this is where I want... okay, it's gonna be Osamu to set. And I should have gone with Liev. I was scared that I wasn't gonna get the... the perfect set there. But we get 3 points ahead. And now the difference in strength doesn't really matter. It looks like it doesn't, but it's gonna come in, and the game's gonna obviously want them to get some points on the board, I feel like, for the most part. So I need to be really careful here. But again, if the game really wants to, because I've had games where, and I'm gonna show you, right? I'm gonna show you why it doesn't really matter, is because they can just have blockouts. But I get another point here, which is quite weird. I don't know why I'm doing so well this game. But I haven't really shown why having unblockable spikes is good, but I mean, I'll take it, sure. Nice, perfect. It's gonna set it now. This better be perfect as well. Yep. They're gonna save it. No, they're not. Okay, I won that super easily. I was not expecting to win that as easily as I did. I don't know if I want to go for another one or if I want to just show you the last game, because that didn't really do a great representation. Let's just see if there is a strong block team. It's kind of similar to the last one. I would say it's even worse, probably. I don't know. I don't think there is a strong one. I'm not gonna reset a bunch of times. I might as well just show you guys. So this is a game that I struggled with. Oops, nope, did not mean to do that. Here we go. But now I am... Alright, let me just fix this real quick. Alright, this is the opposition's team that we're gonna go up against. And this is their strength at the top there as well, you can see. Not the best again, but I just really want to show you how the game goes, because it's really interesting. I don't know what I'm going for. Let's just skip through ahead a bit. Because I just want to walk you through this game, because it starts off really easily, but obviously there are flaws to this team. Obviously, the stamina is a problem, and I don't really plan on bringing anybody on the bench, because I kind of want to just show the team, so I don't actually bring anybody on here. But starting things off, I think I go with Hinata here. I should anyways. No, I go with Osamu. Okay. And we get the first point straight away. That's pretty straightforward. Trust me, it gets good, because again, as somebody that on my main account on JP, I'm playing power attack a lot. I'm struggling. I'm not really getting to the top 100. It's difficult, but I'm facing a lot of Kenma, and Kenma can be really annoying. But sometimes when there's a difference in strength with my team, or if there's not much of a difference, rather, I just win the game by literally just getting blockouts. Like, I've had games with like 5 of those. And here we go. This is what I'm talking about. This is what you need, the unblockable spikes, because look at that. You get a perfect block, but they return it somehow, and now you get a normal receive, and you know this is gonna be bad. You know it, and it is. So I need Hinata to be unblockable here, because I'm gonna get cooked otherwise. Normal receive, bad set from them, and let's see if we get the point here. We don't. But we're back with a perfect receive, and this is again why I'm kind of like thinking of swapping the memories around, because Atsumo's gonna be the one to set. But that one here, this here, we were finished. If I go back to it, when they do this right here, right? This, we're finished. If we don't have the unblockable spike, we're essentially finished. There's very few instances where we get through here in a regular spike, but we made it through, and we got the point with Liev, as we saw there. So I went back a little bit. Sorry about that. But there's a lot to talk about this. I mean, as gameplay goes, it's not the best, right? And there's a lot of things that you just cannot change. And you're gonna see how this game gets out of hand for me very easily, and why, again, it doesn't really matter. You can't really control the game. This was kind of what I wanted to try and see with like a perfect receive and an unblockable spike. But again, I get a perfect block once again, but they return it again, this time with a normal receive again. Bad set again, but this time I have Osamu to get the spike over the line. They receive it first time. Now I can go with Tsukishima, but they receive it again. Now with a perfect set from Ushijima. I don't even think they have a setter here. No, they do. They have Suga, and they get the blockout. This is the first blockout, at the first point that they get. So 1 point, it's been a blockout. All right. Perfect receive, I am going with Liev, obviously. But they return it. And I was fighting the last point that they got really hard, right? I should have conceded that like 3 or 4 net crossings before I did. Like that was crazy. That was really back and forth, but they returned this one, by the way. I almost got a services with Hinata, but as you can see, another normal receive. I know this is gonna be a bad set, so I have Hinata saved up, but they get a perfect receive of their own, a perfect set of their own. And I'm not too worried because I've got Kenma. And here I am a bit worried. I have to use Osamu here, I think. Just in case. And yeah, I didn't get a bad set, to be fair. I got a normal, but they got a perfect everything and another block out, right? So again, I have Kenma ready because it is once per rally, but it's not once per rally. Like the passive in game, it's not once per rally. I don't know why, but it's just not. Another perfect receive, a perfect set from Kenma, easy. Unblockable spike from Liev there, that was really straightforward. We get the point, and now our stamina's looking bad, and we're a bit finished here. I'm not gonna lie. I should make subs, but I don't, because again, that's not the point of the video. I just wanted to see, really, the whole point of the video is how much in control of the game can I really be. And again, with maybe an extra dumper in the front instead of Tsukishima, if I could have UR Kageyama, maybe it would have been a little bit better, right? So I can get the dump over. But here I know I'm finished. Here I know I'm gonna concede. So I've conceded 2 points, both being blockouts. And there's the third point, also a block. I mean, this is crazy, right? You cannot, with Kenma on the court, you literally cannot let the ball go onto the other side, because I will literally never concede a point. Especially if I had one more option like Kageyama to do the dump in the front row, that would have been like, there's nothing. But again, I have no skills at this point. There's no point in showing you the game. I literally have 0 stamina on everybody. I do end up winning the game. I just want to see how they get the point. They get I think they block it. Yeah, they get it here. And this is exactly like the amount of points I would have conceded this way that I just have not is ridiculous. And that second point especially that I get, maybe it's the point that turns the tide, so maybe it did make a difference, but I don't know. I do end up winning the game though. It doesn't really matter this last rally. Yeah, I do end up winning the game, which is really nice, to be fair. So that's it. Essentially, that's all I wanted to show you guys. Again, let me know how you feel about these types of videos. Like I did end up yapping a bit, to be honest with you, but I did think it was a cool idea to try a team with unblockable spikers. And if you're gonna play the game, I do feel like this makes you feel like you're playing the game, like you're making decisions, whereas normally again, playing the game just to get the perfect serve makes a difference. Getting the perfect serve always makes a difference, but more often than not, the game decides a lot of the points where they're gonna go. So to be able to kind of go against that, I guess, with Kenma and with the 3 spikers, it's kind of nice. But Liev's is more so when you have the advantage. Although again, maybe swapping Kenma and Atsumu's maybe swapping their memories around would be good, because Kenma's gonna receive more often than not in the back row. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, I'm gonna be a bit busy this week. So apologies for that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.